When WeWork was launched in 2010, it was considered one of the most valuable startups in the world. It was labeled as the future of our working lives, and it was the buzzword for our generation of startup founders, freelancers, and mobile entrepreneurs who traded their work time for sleek co-working spaces and networking opportunities with free beer on tap. However, in less than a decade, WeWork went from having a $47 billion valuation down to $9 billion. How did this happen? How did the company go from being the darling of the venture capital world to running out of money? One man at the center of the downfall was Israeli-born Adam Neumann. Known for his charisma and wild ambition, Adam Neumann, the co-founder of WeWork, has managed to build and burn the startup in such spectacular fashion that even Hollywood paid attention. In the last few years, WeWork's rise and fall has been documented over and over again through a number of books, podcasts, documentaries, and even a scripted TV show starring Anne Hathaway and Jared Leto called We Crashed. In all these mediums and more, Adam Neumann has been the subject of severe criticism for his intense leadership style and eccentricities. As a result of harboring a toxic work culture, gross mismanagement, poor treatment of employees, and a weak business model, Adam Neumann was under mounting pressure to step down as CEO in 2019, which he did with a handsome payoff to follow. Sources say he got up to $1 billion to step down. Following WeWork's downfall and negative media attention, Adam Neumann went underground. However, in the last month, Adam Neumann has resurfaced. Silicon Valley woke up to what sounded like a practical joke. Less than 3 years later, the controversial entrepreneur appears poised for a comeback. He's been making headlines for receiving a whopping $350 million for a residential real estate startup called Flow. Neumann has already burned billions, and now investors are giving him more. Why? How did Adam Neumann get massive financial backing yet again? And what exactly is Flow? Through this video, we're going to dig deeper. Adam Neumann plans to be America's biggest private landlord with the blessing and funds of Andreessen Horowitz. Andreessen Horowitz, also known as A16Z, is one of Silicon Valley's largest venture capital powerhouses that was an early investor in everything from Facebook to Airbnb. Andreessen Horowitz shows confidence in Adam Neumann's new project. They reported that they are interested in Flow because the nation has a housing crisis, and Flow is a direct strike precisely on this problem. Andreessen Horowitz adds, end quote, "In a world where limited access to home ownership continues to be a driving force behind inequality and anxiety, giving renters a sense of security, community, and genuine ownership has a transformative power for our society." End quote. Flow wants to address a wide variety of issues, including housing availability, a lack of social interaction in a remote world, and the inability of renters to gain equity. Returning to the theme of connecting people, Adam Neumann and his new investor intend to transform the rental housing experience by combining community-driven services with the latest technology to create a system where renters receive owners' benefits. Rumors reveal that the service will also be offered to third-party developers. What any of this really means is not exactly clear. However, what we do know is that since leaving WeWork, Adam Neumann has been building a substantial real estate portfolio that includes more than 3,000 affordable apartment units in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta, and Nashville. Per the New York Times, Flow already has a market value of more than $1 billion, making the real estate firm a unicorn even before its launch in 2023. So why did A16Z give Adam Neumann a second chance after the scandal with WeWork? Whether WeWork was or is a success is still up for debate. I think it's still a success. They still created a company that people love. Despite the end result, and regardless of what people think, A16Z believes Adam Neumann helped catalyze and transform co-working and gives him credit for his arguable success in building a paradigm-changing global company from scratch. They describe Adam Neumann as a visionary leader and credits him for revolutionizing the real estate market by bringing community and brand to an industry which neither existed before. A16Z explains, "We love seeing repeat founders build on past successes by growing from lessons learned." For Adam Neumann, he added, "The successes and lessons are plenty." It is no surprise that Andreessen Horowitz's powerful sign of support for Adam Neumann's new initiative has prompted outrage, and there are a few reasons why this news is making such waves. First, there are more questions than answers about what exactly Flow is and how it is set to address the residential housing crisis in the U.S. Even if Flow helps renters build wealth and earn an equity stake in apartments, people suspect and worry that many apartments on offer will be targeted at the already rich the most, and because people question A16Z's motive behind this investment, considering that they were opposed to some homes being built around a few of the partners' current homes. Is Andreessen Horowitz's motives behind Flow really to help the common American people overcome the housing crisis, or is there a hidden agenda behind this investment? Who knows, and I'm not sure we'll find out until a few years from now. Secondly, there's a lack of trust. How can someone who founded one of the most toxic companies we've seen secure such a lucrative deal? Sure, it could be all of Adam Neumann's great idea, but it's also his privilege. A privilege that isn't equally distributed. A16Z has been slammed for rewarding a failed, ethically questionable man, end quote, with their biggest check to date. While female founders, Hispanic founders, and new entrepreneurs with solid business models struggle to get any type of financial support. Adam Neumann is clearly an incredible salesperson who can sell a narrative and a vision. However, there are heavy skepticism and doubts about his new project. Will this be WeWork Part 2? I don't think so, and I hope not, but only time will tell. In the meantime, I'd love to hear what you think. Does Adam Neumann deserve a second chance? And what do you think about A16Z's funding decision? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, please be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you get notified when a new one comes out. We have many more exciting videos on their way. Thank you.